Hey everybody, welcome to Spikey Saturday number 235 on the Mana Leek. I'm John as always, and draft is live on MTGO. So we're going to draft it, and it looks like we're going to be taking a Mire's Grasp here. So of course we need to look over these cards a little bit more carefully since it's a brand new format. Enigmatic Incarnation was of course on my top 10 cards you should not play in Limited. It's just not that good. Idyllic Tutor also is not that good in Limited. Tutors just are never quite there. Daxos is okay, but I'd really prefer that to be a mid-pack pick, and I'd also definitely prefer to be in white before him, but I would take him before that. Remorse is a no. We've got a counter spell here and a different kind of counter spell. Voracious Typhon is honestly one of the better cards in this pack. This is actually a weak pack if it wasn't for Mire's Grasp, which currently does seem to be kind of like the best common in the set. So yoink. I was hoping it would show up. I've played one draft so far. I played one last night for fun. Minions Return, I gave a very optimistic B-, I think, in my set review. I played two last night, which came nearly last pick, and they were incredible. This card is so much better than any other version of this card that I've ever seen. Flash makes it a totally different card. I was in Black-Red Sacrifice, which means that I did have an additional use case. In addition to this basically countering removal and stealing opponent's creatures and stuff like that, it also would let me sack and get the creature back right away. So I might actually take it to try to prove a point here, even though I believe it probably should wheel. The other more correct pick could potentially be Nyx Herald. But other than that, the pack's not that good. So I think I'm going to take Minions Return and try to prove a point here. With Mire's Grasp, this is 5 mana, kill an X3 and take it, which is really good. So let's take Minions Return and let's see if I can prove a point. Following that up, there's no black, unfortunately, but we could jump into the red deck, which is where Minions Return did really good, and Careless Celebrant is great for that deck. But there is just a Dreadful Apathy here, which is probably the best white common. No, that Chimera, the Devotion Chimera, is probably the best. This is probably the second best uncommon. Black-white obviously loves themselves some auras. Here we are, pack 1, pick 2, pick 3 auras if we do go that way. Beyond that, there's a Final Flare and not much else. So I'm just going to take this Dreadful Apathy. And yeah, I hope I get to show this off because last night it was just incredible. Well, there's the Daybreak Chimera, the potential best card in white. And there's also a Bright Breath Catoblepas, which also is pretty darn good. This getting rebought off a Minions Return, you sacrifice this or it's going to die or whatever, and instead it doesn't die, it re-enters the battlefield, re-triggers, kills something else. Seriously, don't sleep on Minions Return. People are sleeping on it right now. I think we are going to take the Blight Breath. We obviously have 2 cards that I want for black. This would make 3 versus 1 card for white. So I think I'd rather explore black just a little tiny bit more than I would the white here. As well, this just works way better with Minions Return than Daybreak Chimera does. Beyond that, we have a Hydra's Growth, which is pretty darn good, a Siona, but I'm just going to take this Catoblepas. So 3, 4, 5, you are a 6 drop. That's the one downside of Catoblepas is, I've heard Catoblepas, but I swear I looked it up because it's a D&D creature as well, and I can't remember if it's an actual mythical creature or not. And I felt like it said Catoblepas. Here we get a Heliod, or a Heliod's Charger. I was looking at Heliod's Pilgrim, an Underworld Charger, which is a totally solid black card. It's not amazing, but it's just solid. But there's also a Heliod's Pilgrim, and we have 3 auras that we want to go grab. So I'm very strongly leaning towards this Heliod's Pilgrim here. Obviously, we let our opponent know our plan by showing them the aura, but we get it, so whatever. So I'm going to take this Heliod's Pilgrim. It's going to be exactly what our deck wants to do if we are black-white. And Underworld Charger, as totally solid as it is replaceable. So let's take that Pilgrim. There's the second Minions Return. As I said, people are not respecting it. And in my black-red deck, I did have Portent of Betrayal as well, and it was great. So my instinct here is to just stick on black, grab the second Minions Return, as opposed to jumping into anything else. There's nothing that's really making me jump into it. I do love the black-red interactions with Portent, but you don't take Portent to get into that deck. You take this pack 2, pack 3 when you're already there. Let's take the second Minions Return, and I'll stop talking about it and not draft any more of them. There's the Underworld Charger that I'm not going to miss. There's an Indomitable Will as well. and a Sentinel's Eyes. I think I'll just take the Underworld Charger. I'll play an Indomitable Will in this deck most likely, but Underworld Charger just works a little bit better. Also, Caryatid and Mouse Viper in this deck in this pack are ludicrously late. The Caryatid especially. This is first pickable in some packs. But yeah, we'll take this Underworld Charger. The draft last night was black-red. I went 2-1. The only match that I lost was to a very early Pelucranos 2 games in a row. And I couldn't do anything about it, so I died. The following 2 games were quite good. It was a very weird draft, though. Pack 3, I got past an Erebos. Pick 3? Not pick 2. Pick 3, I got past an Erebos. Never drew him. In 3 full matches, never drew him. So we've got a Mogus's Favor here. It's a fine aura. It'll kill X1s. We've got another Underworld Charger. I think I'd prefer the Mogus's Favor here. This is obviously a card that should never go in a deck. Pursuit's fine. This is probably like a pick later than I would pick this card. I would pick it 1 pick earlier, but this pack might have just had better green stuff for that green player. So yeah, let's take Favor. Foil basic land as well. Foil Idyllic Tutor comes back around, but unfortunately it's only worth like 20 cents. There's an Agonizing Remorse, which probably is fine. It's more fine and sealed, obviously. I'm not sold on it being incredible, but at least you do exile the card, which is nice. So we'll pick it up. It's the only card for us. There's a Karametra's Blessing as well, but yeah. We do need to get our hands on some creatures. Nyxborn Courser is okay. It's much better than the Rumbling Sentry, and we're not going to jump into another color yet, so we'll take that Courser. Sunmane Pegasus also fine. It looks like nobody is red-white, because of course this is one of the better cards for the red-white deck. But yeah, we'll take this Sunmane Pegasus, and I think our choice has been made. Flicker of Fate looks really good. Looks really good. Lots of stuff that we could do with that. So we'll pop that in. Pious Wayfarer is probably fine. I know Lords of Limited, or I think Ethan was really high on this. I think Court of Calls as well. I'm not. We can try it, but it will be on the cutting block when we start to get towards enough playables. So that was a good pack 1. Only 2 cards that I don't want to play. The Sleep of the Dead and the Forest. I'd prefer to replace the Courser if possible, but it's not necessary, and I'd prefer to replace that Wayfarer, but yeah. Looks like a good start. Hopefully I get to really show off that Minions Return. For our creatures, it's going to be great on that Blight Breath Catablebus. It's also totally solid on Grim Physician. I would like this Blight Breath. I don't know if we want a second one just yet. I think we might just take the rare. It's not a rare you want to open. It's literally just a 2/1 first strike for 2, but that's fine. Like, that's not bad. It's just a bad rare because the other ability, of course, is probably not going to be relevant. So I'll take this over the Catablebus. I think I will pick up a second Catablebus, but I'm going to need to see about that. Let's take the Eidolon of Obstruction. Underworld Breach, we're going to do a price check on that. I assume it's not worth much, especially being a rare. And of course, prices are very in flux right now. It is $8. Thanks. Thanks. I'll take the $8. $8.60, actually. Beyond that, for our deck, there's a Blight Breath. There's an Omen of the Dead, which works really well in the sack deck, especially. There's an Elspeth's Nightmare, which is fine. I don't love it, but it's fine. But yeah, we'll take $8. Because why not, right? Hateful Eidolon is pretty darn good. Having that on the battlefield will draw a card when Mire's Grasp kills something, when Mogus's Favor kills something. We can draw a card because something's probably going to die when I cast Minions Return on it, or is already in the process of dying. So yeah, Hateful Eidolon looks solid for us. Birth of Meletus, powerful meh. Transcendent Envoy actually really does go into this deck really well. Mire's Grasp would cost 1. Dreadful Apathy would cost 2. Minions Return would cost 2 and be an even better card. But yeah, we'll take the Hateful Eidolon. Let's see if we can get one of those envoys. $8. Where are people playing that card? We get a Treacherous Blessing. Can we target that? Flicker. We have at least one target so far, and the only other card I'm even slightly looking at is the Venomous Hierophant. So I think we'll take this and we'll keep our eyes out for like another Flicker or something else that can target the Blessing. Because drawing 3 cards is huge. And even if we lose like, what, 3, 4 life off of this by the time we finally kill it? Fine by me. Super fine by me. So yeah, let's take that Treacherous Blessing. Let's also do a price check, because you never know, right? Let's also spell it right. Treacherous. Not Trechos. Treacherous Blessing. $1.84. We've almost paid for the draft. We've almost paid for the draft. Revoke Existence will target Treacherous Blessing. It'll be removal. It's better than a hero for our deck. It's better than an aspect. Venomous Hierophant is fine, but yeah, we'll take this Revoke Existence. So where's Underworld Breach being played? Explain to me. Explain! There's no decks yet. So it's purely on spec, eh? Huh. We get an inevitable end. I'll take more enchantment removal in black for sure. We're going to need creatures at some point, theoretically. But more removal is good. In you go. In you go. There's the Transcendent Envoy. That's going to make our deck look just gorgeous. This card's not for our deck or really for any deck, and we don't need a Tramulet just yet, so let's take that Envoy. And I'm loving this deck. A second Envoy. That feels spicy. We're picking that up for sure. This deck looks good. Looks really good. I am hyped for this deck. Holy moly. We're 3 cards away from it being built, which means we probably don't have to play that Wayfarer, and I don't think it's probably going to be any good. We could also cut that Courser. At this point, I just want, like, powerful magic, such as another Blight Breath, because we're obviously going to reach the late game if we're killing everything. So yeah, I'll take Blight Breath here. This looks fun. Oh, I hope Minions Return works as well as it did yesterday. I want to prove that card is good, because I haven't seen anybody really go high on it. Third Catoblepas might be a little bit greedy. I don't know about playing 3 6-drops. The format's not that slow. So I'll take an Omen of the Dead. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. It's better than the sack deck for sure, but it's probably fine in realistically any deck. We have a whole pack left. Third Transcendent Envoy. We have a deck that I wouldn't hate playing, and we have an entire pack left. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Holy moly. Oh man, pack 3, come on, Rise of Glory. Let me return creatures and auras to the battlefield, or enchantments to the battlefield. I think it's auras. Temple Thief we won't play, but we'll take it for signaling purposes. Venomous Hierophant. You can join the deck. We can get rid of that Pious Wayfarer. Looks deeply mediocre. Mogus's Favor. I don't know if we'll play a second one of those. Keep it in the sideboard for now. And we'll take a Plains. Slowly collecting my lands for all of the constructed that I don't play. Nylea. Price check on aisle 235. $4. What are we losing? An Archon and a Dreadful Apathy. Youch. This Archon would be amazing in our deck. It would also be our third 6-drop. I might just take the $4. Yeah, we're going to value draft here. Not proper drafting, but hey, paying for a draft. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What else was up there? Something else was up there, wasn't there? What am I missing? Treacherous Blessing. That was a few dollars, right? Yeah, it was like $1. And the Eidolon is not even $1. Here we get ourselves a Dreadful Apathy, which I think looks a little bit better than the Inevitable End. Well, 3 mana, probably just kill a creature. 3 mana, turn on. Yeah, no, Inevitable End's just got to be better, right? It's just got to be better. Creature goes to the graveyard, whereas here I can exile it. But yeah, we'll take Inevitable End here. Cutting. I think we don't need the Mogus's Favor. I think like triple Transcendent Envoy, I'd rather kill rather than hopefully kill. In you go. This deck. Not much here. Omen of the Sun's not a card we're going to play. Pious Wayfarer, we already cut one. This is not a good card. We already have one of these, and honestly, it might be next on the cutting block. And we don't want a Sentinel's Eyes. So let's take a Wayfarer, I guess. No reason to splash Nylea, right? She makes our creature spells cheaper, but we don't have a ton of those. And we can potentially draw a card if it's a creature, otherwise we mill ourselves. Yeah, not worth splashing, because she's never going to get turned on. Well, I am happy about this deck. So on the cutting block is Sunmane and Nyxborn. We don't get much. We get Karametra's Blessing or a Scavenging Harpy. I think I'll take the Karametra's Blessing. I don't know that we'll terribly use it. Well, maybe the Scavenging Harpy is just better. If we're up against Escape, we might want that. Sure, let's do that. Holy Catoblepas. Another Dreadful Apathy, too. Holy freaking moly. Yeah, I guess we're going to take another Dreadful Apathy. Cutting maybe just the Agonizing Remorse, because we can answer anything. Why bother making them rip a card? In you go, Dreadful Apathy. In you go. So we've got Dreadful Apathy, Inevitable End, Mire's Grasp. We cut a Mogus's Favor. We've got more removal here. Wow. I guess a potential problem here is not too many of these black permanents will be on the battlefield for Catoblepas, eh? So it'll be like -2, and then it'll fall from there. Hateful Eidolon seems great. Second Hateful Eidolon with Inevitable End, Mire's Grasp. I like it. I like it a lot. We will cut the Nyxborn Courser, because I think it's just not a card we really want. There's also a Revoke Existence, but I really like the Hateful Eidolon for this deck more. Nothing we want. We're not going to play a Favorite of Iris here. We're not going to play Cling to Dust. I guess we'll take the Cling to Dust. So many freaking bleepus. Actually, this was the pack. No, this wasn't even the pack we opened, which I think also had Catoblepas in it. We get a Lamphead of Death's Vigil, which I don't think we'll play. Let's take a third Catoblepas. Reverent Hoplite, we're not going to play. Nyxborn Marauder, we're not going to play. Let's take the Hoplite. I like this deck. I like it. I like it a lot. We'll take a Triumphant Surge for the sideboard. Never going to main deck that card, I don't think. Let's take the Omen. And this is looking good to go. This is looking real good to go here. Take the Eidolon. None of these cards should ever be played in any deck. Let's take the Eidolon. Ooh, Libation for the side. Don't mind if I do. It's not a good card. You think you'll kill the enchantment you want to kill, but you won't. And you think you'll kill the creature that you want to, but you won't. I'm hyped for this deck. I'm hyped for this deck. It only needed a Rise to Glory or and just like some power, you know, like give me a 4/4 flying for 4 in black or something like that. Because as is, we're gonna have to close out the game slowly, real slowly and grindy, like, as opposed to, you know, just smacking them a couple of times in the air. But that's fine. That's fine. We'll add some lands. It looks like it's going to be a little bit more black than white. 10-7 seems about right to me. So let's go 10-7. Save that deck, and let's play some Theros Beyond Death. My second match, or my second draft. Current record's 2-1. Feels good. Feels good. The draft, from my one-time experience, has seemed decent, somewhat balmy when Polukranos just decided to show up, but it seemed fine. If the red-black sack deck continues to be as good as it was for me last night, if this deck is as good, if the blue-red deck turns out to be good, this could actually be a really good format. I was hesitant about it, but it could actually turn out to be good. And then we get a hand like this, and we just say, you know what? Quitting Magic. Bye, everybody. No, I guess we'll keep playing Magic for a little bit longer. Yeah, we're gonna mull. It's unkeepable. That looks a lot better. We're gonna cut that plains there and get going. Get an Eidolon out nice and early. Get the Envoy out right after that. Seems okay. This is very large. Let's move it up here. There we go. All right, so we'll drop the Envoy into the Charger, and then we're not looking great necessarily. I'm not going to trade here. That would be a bad idea. Black-red, it's my deck. It's my deck. All right, Temple Thief is essentially unblockable. But hey, this Inevitable End's going to do some work. So Inevitable End costs black and white. Or black and black, for that matter. That's going to be a 2/2 haster. This opponent needs to slow down, because we're taking 5 here. Ouch. Yeah, we're going to drop the Inevitable End on the 2/2 that can't be blocked. And so we'll get to draw a card. Unfortunately, we don't miss a land drop here. This is just turn 3. It just feels a lot later because our opponent has hit us in the face a lot. We draw a card. Fan of that happening. Yeah, I'll take 3, go to 11. Life is a resource. Life is a resource. Well. Let's smash, because we're not blocking. I should have actually, did I not? Yeah. I got so focused. There's actually a lot going on in this set. I got so focused on like when I can do this and with this and with this that I forgot that I definitely should have just attacked last turn. That was a mistake. But this race looks a lot different now, them doing 3 and us doing 5. Especially with lifelink. Scophos' War Leader. That's not my favorite thing. So you have to sack something. So let's smash in. Presumably they'll just let this happen. They won't run the potential of me having a Karametra's Blessing or something. Yeah, didn't think so. So that'll happen. And then I might just have to like chump the Physician with the Eidolon, trigger on, or with the Physician trigger on the stack. Minions return on my Eidolon. My Eidolon dies. It comes back to the battlefield. I draw a card off of it dying. I also have to take 6. Flawless plan. Flawless plan. Alright, so that'll happen. I drop to 4. They're going to target the Eidolon. I'll put Minions Return on the Eidolon, which means the Eidolon will die with an aura on it. It's, yeah, any creature, so it will include itself. And actually any creature, so it does include them as well, which is why Myra's Grasp and such is really good. So it'll come back. And this is why I like the card. Like, there's one use case scenario of it, right? It comes back, we draw that card, it's another Envoy. Lacking on blockers and creatures and such just a little bit. I think we might have to play this Omen of the Dead. No, because we've got blocks for next turn. We can play it then to come back. Right, we will smash in with the Underworld Charger because it cannot block. We will drop another Envoy. We will pass the turn. So we'll chump the War Leader. For sure. And then I wonder if we actually double block the Revelers. I think we do. It takes us down to 1. Doesn't get Trample, right? Gains Menace, oh. They're going to bring back their Temple Thief. Nope, their Physician. Okay. So we're dead. Our opponent heavily out-aggroed us. Our creatures were not impactful enough. And that might be part of the problem of our deck. So we now have to double block the War Leader. So let's go to blockers, double block the War Leader so that we don't just die. And then block the 3 instead of the 2. But I think we're dead. I don't think there's any card we can draw that actually keeps us in this. We'll Omen of the Dead. We'll bring back the Lifelinker, I suppose. And then we'll scry 2. And ask the top of our deck to be nice. So Myra's Grasp would kill a 3/3. But then they give that menace and we die. So neither of these cards help us win. So they both need to go to the bottom, but I don't think there's anything in the deck. Nothing in the deck, or at least not on top. Womp womp. It was a good try. It was a good try. All right, let's get out a little bit faster. Not die. Not just die. Yep. Let's not die. That's my plan. I was thinking about the Nyxborn Courser, but I mean, it's harder to cast being double white. It doesn't block the Temple Thief. It doesn't block the Scophus's War Leader. Yeah. Yep. But hey, Minions Return did something, and I think it was a totally okay something. It wasn't amazing. There were many better things that we could have done, but you know. Opponent deciding in all of their enchantment hate now. Or just taking a break. Who knows? Who knows? Let me know how your Theros is going. You may not have had time to play it. This just went live on MTGO the other day. And of course, it's live on Arena for Sealed. Draft is not live yet due to issues. They were having significant issues during the early access event with Draft. It, like, black screening and just not working. We're going to play first. And man, I guess we also mulled that game, didn't we? So we can play a Transcendent Envoy, and then we're stuck on must draw a swamp. So I guess we're going to do some hypergeometric calculating here. We've got 10 swamps in the deck, so there are a lot. So 33, 10, sample size of I want one by turn 3, which is 2 draws. What are the odds of us drawing 1? 52%. 67 by turn 3. So if we're willing to drop back a turn, it becomes 2/3 likely that we'll get a land. And then Treacherous Blessing may just get us back into it. Let's keep in hope. Keep in hope. But I think we might start out 0-1 here. Backs against the wall slightly. If we do go 0-2, which I hope we don't, I think this deck has the absolute possibility of not going 0-2, then I will play round 3 since it's the first draft of the new set. Notably not a swamp or even a land. Two drop, that's a problem. Swamp. Oh, punished real hard. Real hard. Let's attack for 1 because we're not blocking. All right, we knew that. That was a 52%. It was only 48% that was going to happen. But over the course of the 3 draws for next turn, it's 67. Okay, that's a bit of a slower play. I like it. Swamp. Works. It works. All right. Next turn, maybe we'll get it. They're just going to sack this to deal 1. Sure thing. $70. Oh, we're dead. Wait, how did they cast? Oh, it is a 4-drop. I always think it's a 5-drop. It's so good. It's so good. That's a plains. That's not a swamp. That's not a swamp. Like, we can kill it, but we just need that swamp. Over 4 draws, it was a 78% chance. Over 5 draws, it's an 85% chance that we'll draw on a swamp. Of course, next turn is a mutually exclusive probability. So we're actually only looking at... Oh, no, they're just going to kill it. We're actually only looking at a 10 out of 29% chance, so a 1 in 3. Yeah, you're just going to deal 3 to me, aren't you? Just deal 7. Yup, down to 10. Swamp. Oh my god. All right, Heliod's Pilgrim. Finding Dreadful Apathy, I suppose. Yeah, Dreadful Apathy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is why over on twitch.tv/TheManaLeak you will find that we have a Lands Y emote. The odds that we would have gotten a black source by turn 7, 91%. But that's the way Magic goes. They take my Dreadful Apathy, which makes sense. That's what we got to try to answer it. It's the only thing we can currently cast. Cool, we're dead to the Akroan War. All right. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Lovely. Well, that's Magic. Magic will get you like that. Magic will get you like that quite a bit. Ooh, Ethan's already up to 5 trophies on the lead. Amaz is up there. And Sasha's up there. Well done, well done. Wish I had time to draft that much. The 12 trophies that I got in Eldraine 12, 13? Whatever it was total. I know all of them but one were on my main account. I think was my record. I know Dominaria I also had like 8 or 9. And even that's like playing probably on average 3 times a week. So if I could play every day, 5 days a week for 8 hours a day, oh boy, I'd have trophies too. Not as many, but I would have some. All right, match 2, 0-1. Deck didn't necessarily perform. Our opponent also had some very good rares. End the Akroan War. Yeah, this is a hand that makes much more sense. Deck, why couldn't you have done this last match? Instead of giving me must mulligans or very sketchy keeps. Lead up with that swamp, pass the turn. Turn 2, we probably won't Mire's Grasp anything. Turn 3, we'll probably just drop a charger. Looks like the plan so far. Catoblepus might come join the fray someday. We'll need that second swamp. And as far as I know, this deck only has 1 swamp. They discard an island to their thrill of possibility. So we're about to see how good the blue-red deck can do. Underworld Charger going to come out to play. Venomous Hierophant looking like it might be the next play. Oh, they're going to deny the Divine. No 3/3 that can't block. You got it, friendo. You got it. Magic Online's feeling a little bit laggy today, I will say. But it's got to be better than Arena, where you apparently basically weren't able to play the other day. Okay, there's some cute stuff that could happen here. We could drop that Transcendent Envoy and just Mire's Grasp that Triton. Yeah, I think we do that. Drop the Envoy, grasp the Wave Rider, pass the turn. Kill an X3 when you can with Mire's Grasp, because you never know when they're going to have an X4. They just drop a Tramulet, sack the Tramulet. Looks like a really simple turn for them. Get an island, play that island. Good establishing turn. Probably made the land drop that they needed to play there. And we're going to march on forward to Venomous Hierophant. And probably, hopefully, a land. We do want to have Blight Breath as a thing that can exist at some point soon. They might be holding back a counterspell here. If so, congrats, you got my Hierophant. Nope, they have F6 to this turn. We mill a swamp, an inevitable end, and a swamp. It's pretty okay. Could have used that, but of course we have another one. And another Dreadful Apathy, and another Blight Breath, I believe. So Blight Breath currently hitting for 3. Why can't I say it? Ichthyomorphosis on the Venomous Hierophant. It is now an 0/1. Blue, unfortunately. Wait, blue, but it keeps the mana cost. So it is still a black pip for Devotion. Oh, cool. They actually have Devotion in the text of it. So it says a blue 1 because I have 1 Devotion right now. Nifty. Nifty, nifty, nifty. So we'll attack for 1, take him down to 18. And otherwise just not play anything here. What you got, friend? A Nyxborn Seaguard. That's not that exciting. What am I supposed to do with that? I will attack in for 1. And I'm not going to Apathy it. Pass the turn? They have so many cards in hand still. To me. You got it. And a passive the turn. Well, no time like the present. Let's Treacherous Blessing ourselves. Draw 3 lovely, lovely cards. Get ourselves a Heliod's Pilgrim. Nice. Let's attack on in for 1. Heliod's Pilgrim will lose 1 and we'll go get probably an inevitable end. That might be the only thing we have left. No, there's 1 minion's return left as well. You gonna counter it? Stern Dismissal my blessing. Thanks? Thanks? Thanks. Thanks. Why? It's apathy, this. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. They're a big fan. Hopefully you're watching. Why? I'm assuming it was just a mistake and you didn't quite read that card. But yeah, weird play. I'm so confused. In for 1, I don't really want to kill the Naiad. But like, that's literally all our hand is doing, is killing everything. So let's try to kill everything. Boop. I was really expecting a counter there. That's why I didn't do that main phase and attack in for another point. This is the problem with chat, like being such a big part. It's not even that big, but mildly big part of the screen is I have to close it to record and then I can't see people. And Magic Online players are nice and polite usually. So it's just a 2-1, and when it deals damage to me, somebody mills. That's fine. That is totally fine. Yeah, let's come in for 2. I doubt they'll trade here. They do. Okay. Do we want to minions return? All of our auras are now gone because we got the inevitable and the minions return, so there's no point in getting the Heliod's Pilgrim back. I could just steal their Towering Wave Mystic. They're down to 2 cards. Why not? Mine. Oh, they're gonna say no. Oh, cute. Cute. They're going to give it first strike, so the Heliod's Pilgrim's just going to die. Sure. Oh, it's deals damage, period, eh? Okay. And they milled me for 4. Plains Revoke, Plains Swamp. Okay, sure. Boy, I don't want to use this inevitable end on it, but we're going to. Put inevitable end on it. They'll have to sack something. I think, oh, actually, this hasn't targeted yet, right? It hasn't, so I need to get rid of this so that they can't target it. So they do have to sack Towering Wave Mystic itself. And then we'll get Towering Wave Mystic on our side. There we go. And we've got removal packing. I love Minions Return so much. No, they took it back. Rude. Rude. We're gonna Blight Breath it. Catoblepus, gonna get you. Gonna get you. All right, all right, all right. Now we can finish this game. They're down to 1 card. We're gonna get on in for 4 plus 0. Send a message. I wonder if they misread Treacherous Blessing as like giving me a life or something every turn. Not sure. So we'll get in for 3, 6, 7 here. So hey, the deck can work. It just needs to, you know, not draw 5 swamps and 2 dreadful apathies, or entirely predicate my entire success on drawing a swamp and not hitting one. Attack phase, attack with all. We won't send a message anymore with our O1. Alright, so I'm expecting they've flooded out here a little bit. Because if they had something to play on my turn, they would have. If they had something to establish, they would have. So I expect they have just lands in hand. Alright, cool. Let's draw properly again. Can't be that hard, right? Mogus's favor, they had at least one X1. Although I think only one X1 is all we saw. So it's still probably not quite correct to bring in. But yeah, that Towering Wave Mystic. I don't think I knew that it was deals damage, period. It's probably still not good enough, but I'll keep my eyes open on it. First turn Eidolon of Philosophy, sure. So if the game goes long, gets to cast the most expensive Ancestral Recall ever. And also hits me for one for a little bit. So we'll drop this Envoy. That's going to put our Apathy online, which may be our next turn play. We don't have much else going on. Nope, can't do that right now. Calm down, Magic Online. Just shuffling my hand. Looks like they could be off a color. Second Blight Breath, that's decent because the first one will kill that. The second one will kill something much bigger. Let's keep passing that turn. Next turn's just going to be that Sunmane and Pegasus. Let's see if they stay off color. They're still off color. We have a chance. This might be the 2/5. Nope, it's the 3/3. That is a reasonable Apathy target. Definitely a reasonable target there. So apathetic. Just doesn't care about anything. Just twirling around in the water. Just not caring. Nyxborn Seaguard. Okay. 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 Welp. Let's play 2 creatures. Playing 2 creatures sounds good to me. Get out a Eidolon, get out a Sunmane Pegasus. We've got blockers. They're still off a color. We've got Catoblepas coming online next turn, followed by Catoblepas the second. Catoblepas is already up to an X3, actually. Or not an X3, killing an X3. You know, like maybe this X3. Although I think killing the X2 is probably better. In for 2. Well, there are no blue pump spells, so we'll certainly block. Oh, rude. All right. Rude. My favorite. Oh, my favorite card. Love it so much. All right, so we are going to Catoblepas the 3/2. Get rid of that. So we've got block and we've got... Oh, you don't block well, friend. So we're actually looking to take 4 here. All right, we're going to have to get in for 1. But we do have the awesome ability to block with a Catoblepas. Minions return the Catoblepas back. It's such a good card, and people are sleeping on it so hard. Towering Wave Mystic. Yeah, you got your shenanigans going. Oh, and with the Hateful Eidolon, it draws us a card when it happens. Oh my god. All right. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to come in with our friend the Catoblepas and see if they block. The correct play is to block with the 2/5. Because why does this attack make any sense, right? Blocks with the 2/1, going to mill me instead. Well, we are going to minions return the Catoblepas. So Catoblepas will come back and kill Alarios. And we draw a card. This card does so much. So imagine all the stuff that we've been able to do with it. And then put that in a black-red sack deck where not only can you do all that stuff, plus you can rebuy your sack outlets, or your sack creatures. And we're going to drop Hierophant so that our next Catablebus looks even better. Omen of the Sea, sure thing. All right. I guess our deck not having like crazy power means that there's actually nothing that we're going to be like ludicrously upset over getting milled. But show me 3 lands, that would be nice. Land, oh, our other Hateful, that hurts, and Flicker, sure. So for all the value we've done, we have only hit them for 1 point of damage. Mischievous Chimera, sure thing. Oh boy, walking into a Deny the Divine is going to hurt here. This hits me, right? Yeah, it hits me. All right, since it's a Deny the Divine, we're going to use the Mire's Grasp on it. Deny the Divine. And then we can Catablebus. Ooh, sweet. No deny. Well, in that case, we're going to come on in for 1, 4. Take 4. Scry, sure thing. Sure thing, Reno. I should be checking where these are going. Bottom. Ooh, that's not good. That's unfortunate for them. In for 4. Get this game going. We're going to drop a Sunmane here. And then we can exile this Wave Rider just to get rid of it. Elite Instructor, sure thing. Going to loot. And more stuff. Second Mischievous Chimera. All right, so let's get rid of that. And then I guess we have to Catablebus the Mischievous. I mean, this is the thing about Mischievous, right? The payoff isn't crazy, but it is a flyer, and I don't really want that flyer to be alive anymore. So let's get rid of it. Catablebus for $1 billion. 6. Get rid of the 2/2. No value for you, friendo. I forgot to pay for that, so it's not actually going to have Vigilance, unfortunately. But we'll give it lifelink after the fact. Good at magic. So good at magic. Alright, so we get to kill those. Take them to 12. Pretty okay spot. Pretty okay. The lifelink is going to keep this game really in check. And it's time for us to flood out, which is totally fine. Flooding out on turn 10 after drawing great cards. A-okay. In for 3, taking down to 9. I wonder what's happened here. I don't think they're flooding out. But they have conceded. Well, we got there, and wow, we were still drawing more gas. Deck works. The deck works. Minions return, can do things. Deck works. I do hope they watch the video and let me know what happened about that Treacherous Blessing. I assume it was a mistake. Not quite reading the card, which, boy, I haven't done many times already. It turns out Warbriar's Blessing does not give any power boost, but I sure cast it at least 2 times during the early access thinking that it did. Boy, talk about a hand that just needs 1 land, eh? This is one you keep because, if I'm not mistaken, it's 80%. 33 cards in the library. We have 15 lands. We're going to draw 3 because we're on the draw, and we need 1 land. 85%. Yeah, this is always a keep. Especially when we have both colors. Land. 2-drop. You can play it. 2-drop. Possibly relevant. Red-blue again. Mischievous Chimera with Revoke Existence in hand. Don't mind if I do. Go away, friendo. Naiad of the Hidden Coves. Sure thing. We're going to drop this Envoy so that these get cheaper. Careless Celebrant. I don't care for that much. Taken 2. Well, we're going to Dreadful Apathy the Careless Celebrant. We're going to attack for 1 because there's no way we're blocking. And we're not going to Inevitable End the Naiad because then they could just sack the Celebrant and kill this and then sack the Naiad next turn. So we're just going to pass the turn here. You know, this deck might actually have needed the Birth of Meletus. Pass of the turn and a missed land drop, okay. Looks like we're thinking about doing the same thing. Except I do believe I will cast the Heliod's Pilgrim to see if I can get it countered. Let's bash in for 1. Or do we just want to drop the Underworld Charger to start changing the race here? Let's try changing the race and get rid of a Deny the Divine from their hand. No counter. Card draw? There we go, card draw. Gonna get thirsty. Man, this card's really good when you only pay 2 mana for it. Discards 2 lands, okay. You gonna get thirsty again? Final Flare. Oh, and it's gonna kill that. Oh, it's pretty good. Oh, that's pretty good. Ow. It hurts. Stop. What you got next, friend? Omen, sure. That's okay. A-okay. Land, sure. Hit me, sure. Still 100% in this. Ooh, Omen. Be pretty good. Yeah, let's drop the Pilgrim here. Go and get ourselves... Ooh, Mire's Grasp. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. And then we'll pass the turn. And we'll Omen of the Dead back the Underworld Charger, I guess, probably. Gonna scry 2? Sure thing. Tell me where they're gonna go, please. Bottom, bottom. Love it. Coming in for 2, sure. Still not that big of a threat. I accidentally passed through my turn instead of casting that Omen. Oh well. Flicker. Intriguing. Well, let's try to Mire's Grasp that. At some point, we've got to run into a counterspell, right? Starlit Mantle. Gets hexproof and gets +1/+1. So we could flicker it so that it doesn't get +1/+1. But I think I'd rather just flicker the Heliod's Pilgrim while it's blocking the Naiad and get another aura. Sure, you got it. It's got hexproof. This looks like a pretty decent version of the blue-red deck. Thassa's Intervention. Must be nice. So they look at 4, they take 2. Pretty good. Pretty good. So we've missed half of our land drops so far? No, we're about to go to turn 8. We have a chance to not miss half of our land drops. What you got? Dreamstalker Manticore. Whenever you cast your first spell, deal 1 damage to any target. Sure. Those are creatures that they're playing, and I'd prefer that they don't have that many creatures, but they do. So we're going to flicker the Pilgrim, not take any damage, re-trigger Pilgrim, go get an aura. Oh. No, don't do this. Sack the Aura to Final Flare. That's really good. That's really good. So we take no damage, but we lose our Pilgrim. We will inevitably end the Manticore and ask, where the hell are our lands? Where are they? So they'll presumably sack the Manticore, keep the Naiad around. We're on a 6-turn clock. Let's not pass until priority, because if we don't get priority, we don't get to Omen. What are we going to Omen back? We probably need to Omen back the Pilgrim. I like Envoy, actually. I like Envoy. We'll make the Apathy cheaper. Annex, sure. All right, let's Omen back the Envoy. Turn 9. Can we find our 5th land? Yes, we can. Unfortunately, it's black. But Catoblepuses might finally start showing up. So we're going to Envoy and not be able to cast Apathy, but we'll be able to Scry and try to find a land. If we find a land, we get to Catoblepus. No, we only get to Catoblepus for 2 because we have to sack the Omen. Barf. All right, let's take 4. Yeah, I don't think I can Scry. We just need to naturally find the land, which would be nice. We don't. But we do get to play a Hateful Eidolon. And we do get to put Apathy on. So you're a 2/3, but you're going to get bigger, and you're helping things be cheaper. We're going to put it on Annex. Pass the turn. We'll probably chump with the Envoy. We have 2 more in the deck. We don't have any more auras sitting in hand, so it's not as vital anymore. Iroas's Blessing killing the Eidolon, I assume. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. I really needed that. I think I have to take 3 here so that Catoblepus and Transcendent Envoy can kill that next turn. But man, did our deck not help us out this game, eh? Didn't help us out one bit. Land? Alright, so let's Catoblepus Annex. They do get a Satyr. But then we can double block the Naiad, take 1, Catoblepus, kill the Satyr, and maybe try to claw our way back into this. We're going to claw our way back into this with 2 life left. But you got to do what you got to do. And if they have an Infuriate in hand, then we're just dead. Are we just dead? Starlit Man, keep it alive. Oh my god. All right. You got me there. You got me real good, like. Real good, like. So I guess we are going to Catoblepus to kill the Satyr. And then chump. And then what? Do literally nothing? I guess scry on our upkeep. Wow, holy crap. Yeah, opponent's deck real good. Our deck did not help us because of this land clump, I'm going to assume. So let's go back in and let's not get clumped like that. Let's not get clumped. That just seems to be the way we're losing, you know? I know some people frequently will tell me that, oh, you talk about lands too much, but when it's turn 10 and we've got 4 lands, there's not much else I could have done. I'm not angry about it. I'm not angry at Magic. That's the way the game works. But there's just not much to talk about or talk through your lines for it. This is okay. We have 2 very solid black spells, and we're 1 land away from casting both, and 1 is already online. We only need 1 plains to get everything else going, and we've got 7 plains in the deck, so we're going to keep. Seems okay. And by my experience, my lands always cooperate for me, so be fine. No turn 1 play seems good. Omen of the Dead. All right, you're for later. Give me a Naiad to kill. Mischievous Chimera, yeah, we'll kill that. We'll kill that dead. Well, there's the land so that we can cast Hierophant. What you got? A Stinging Lionfish, sure thing. Let's drop the Hierophant. Milling plains. Ouch! Now there's 5 left in the deck. 5 left in the deck isn't great. Dreamstalker Manticore, sure thing. I would sure love a plains on top right now. That's a swamp, but we'll live with it. And we'll pass the turn. I should retire Spiky Saturdays and move it to a different day of the week, because I think Spiky Saturdays are in fact cursed. I'm going to take 4 here, is what I'm going to do. Oh, okay. No attacks. I like it. Land. Give me a land, we can Catoblepus, and we can get out of this mess. You gave me a Catoblepus. Okay. Okay. One red mana, what you got? Thrill, because it's your turn. Right, you got 2 mana. Yeah, you're going to tap that. And then I'm going to take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Disgusting. Our opponent's deck is really good. Really, really, really good. Man, if we just had if we had a plains a little bit earlier, we could have revoked probably the 4/2. Only taken 4 damage here. We would have been a land away from Catoblepusing again. And unfortunately now we're just going to run into counterspells and such. Although I don't think we've seen counterspells. That's another swamp. Alright, we're going to rip down the 4/2. Although they might just Stern Dismissal the Hierophant. No, that would still kill it. Thassa's Intervention. Yeah. Tapping that 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm done. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Lands got the better of us, but that's the way Spiky Saturday tends to go. Let me know how your Theros is going. Like I said, Minions Return. I think it's a very real card. We got to see it in action a few times there on our creatures. Trust me, it can happen on other people's creatures. 5 mana with Mire's Grasp, and any X3 is yours. But yeah, let me know how Theros is going for you. Send your land luck condolences to me, because holy crap, that was pretty bad in match 1 and match 3. But yeah, let me know anything you want to know about Theros. I'm enjoying it so far, and I plan to draft it probably not as much as Throne of Eldraine unless it really strikes me. But let me know anything you want to know in the comments down below. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can find me over on Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook. You can find me at patreon.com/themanaleak. If you want to become a backer there, help me out that way. You can always go to inkedgaming.com/themanaleak if you're going to make a purchase there, to let them know that I sent you. They have great products and service over there. But yeah, the easiest way to help it, of course, is like, share, subscribe. If you do have any questions, comments, or suggestions, though, let me know. Otherwise, see y'all next time.